good to go. Introduce yourself and tell us about today's poll.
Yes, my name is Tom Wolf. I'm a research analyst here at TIFA Research. Today we released the second section of results from the national survey that we did at the beginning of February. And from that survey, our results included issues dealing with voter registration, with the intentions to participate in party nominations, as well as the perceived integrity level of the forthcoming presidential election in particular. That was from the national survey of early February, as I said. But we also combined it with the results of more recent surveys conducted just the beginning of this month in 3 counties, Nairobi, Murang'a, and Busia. And we selected those counties just to begin giving Kenyans results at the county level. We'll be continuing to do this as we move towards the election. We picked those counties, first of all, because Nairobi is the capital city and quite contested in terms of the division of political support among parties and candidates, especially presidential candidates. We picked Busia because of the recent interesting developments in Western, where we saw the ANC and Ford Kenya party leaders moving to join the campaign of the deputy president. And then we picked Murang'a because of all the attention by both politicians and the media on the Mount Kenya region, given the fact that the current president who comes from that region is retiring. There is no major presidential candidate who is standing, and so there's been a great deal of campaign activity. And so just within the mountain, we picked Murang'a as an example county to start with. And those surveys covered results for governor, senator, and women's rep. And now going back to the results from the national survey, to summarize very briefly, we found that about 9 out of 10 of our respondents declared that they were registered voters, even if we think the real number based on IEBC figures of 22.1 million should be about 10% lower than that. And again, the vast majority of them, around 90%, said that they will definitely or probably vote in the forthcoming election, that is in August. We did also ask for those who are not registered, why they're not, and for those who are not going to vote, why they're not. That's in the data. We also, with regard to election integrity, which might be the most important question, how much confidence that Kenyans have that the elections will be completely free and fair. We got about 1/3 of our sample who said that they had that level of confidence. We had another 1/3 who felt that they would be somewhat free and fair. But we had 1/5, 20%, who did not think they would be free and fair, and another 10% who weren't sure. So really a 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 division with regard to the perception of presidential election integrity. And these are issues that we'll want to be tracking as we get closer to the election. And then finally, when we asked about the intentions of participating in any party nominations, we got about half of our respondents who said that they did have that intention. And of those, about 2/3 said that they were going to be, or hoping to participate in the nominations of what is now, according to our national data, the most popular political party, UDA. And about another half of those who identify with ODM or Azimio, who say that they're going to be participating in the nominations of either ODM or any of its, the coalition Azimio parties. Of course, one thing we didn't ask, and which will be there very important, is whether they expect that the party that they support will actually hold open nominations, as opposed to having nominations, at least in some areas, for some positions, given out on the basis of other factors. For example, Azimio announced that they had hired a survey firm to do polls in certain areas, in certain counties, even for MCAs, and where they found that any particular candidate or potential candidate was more than 20% more popular than his or her nearest rival, they didn't see the need to have nominations, and they would just give those nominations out. So even if some people in certain areas are intending or hoping to participate in nominations, until the political parties and coalitions themselves actually announce whether they will be having such open nominations, we won't know whether there'll be that opportunity. And when nominations are over, by the time we get to May, in our survey, next survey after that, we'll want to be asking, did you participate in any of these nominations? And were you satisfied with the process and the outcome? So the results that we released today both document the situation it is now, but also give a kind of a roadmap for the kinds of issues that we will be tracking as we move forward with a number of national and county level surveys between now and the election.